Badu and Sidious Musa did not submit the kind of concrete evidence that Finland needed. That was why that document was rejected, was springed away.
We know that Citizenship Musa came out and said what? That they submitted the legal or completed the document to extradite Simon Ekpa. But according to reporting, what we are hearing, they said Finnish government have said what? The evidence are not concrete enough. What's your take as regards this development?
Glory be to God for that. And I love the development. You know, I have already said that on this channel that they can never and they will never. And now, even according to the report to God self, they even add in addition to that Finland is harboring a criminal, and by protecting Simon Ekpa, harboring Simon Ekpa. Now listen and listen good. Nigeria, Badu and Sidious Musa did not submit the kind of concrete evidence that Finland needed. That was why that document was rejected, was springed away. How can you say that somebody is terrorist and they say submit an evidence that qualifies him, that makes him as a terrorist, and you go there and you first of all withdraw that he's no longer a terrorist? Then which other evidence document do you want to submit? Are you coming with? What attracted the Finland government was the terrorists, and they themselves doesn't want to be seen as a terrorist country, or as a country harboring a terrorist in their midst, or as their former commander of military. You understand? So now you withdraw it. Which other document are you coming with? That was the only thing that attracted them. Then why are you coming? What are you coming? And secondly, you want to extradite. Are you extradizing in what means? You is no longer a citizen of Nigeria. Everything he has with Nigeria, he has surrendered it to Nigeria. Okay? Then that is one. You that call yourself Nigeria, did you respect international law? Did you respect human rights? Did you respect humanity? Did you value life? Are you getting it? And you cannot just wake up say you want to extradite him. Now, go to court. It is through the court because it is a process. Go to court. You understand? Why are you scared of going to the court? Go to court. If you defeat Simon Ekpa in the court, if you have enough evidence, and that any evidence was reason enough, you understand, for you to collect him from Finland, then you prove it. If your wish is being granted in the court, Finland have no choice than to hand him over to you people. But you've not been to court, you've not submitted any legal evidence or any document that qualifies that. You understand? You are just shouting, you want to. It's not done. You understand? You and I know they have already withdrawn the case of what? Terrorists. And that's the only thing that attracted them. And you have withdrawn it. So what is Badu doing? And what is Sidious Musa doing? What are they doing? Your document is irrelevant. It doesn't make sense. And the person you are talking about is not your citizen anyway. And it's not part of their their law, that they should allow their citizen to be tried in another country. Where is it done? When USA demanded for Abakari, you understand? No, USA demanded for Abakari. I will not forget. They demanded for Abakari. Up to today, have Nigeria submitted Abakari to them? Have Nigeria given Abakari to them? No. So how then do you think you can go to Finland and demand their own citizen and they will just give it to you? The same thing that stands is the same thing that is standing again. Okay? So Finland cannot, because it was not part of their their constitution and their law. The person in quote is their citizen who is handling the political position now and who have handled a major position legit in their country in terms of military. A commander is not just a question. It is by merit, not like here, whereby they do it by who no man. Over there, they do everything according to what? Merit. Do you understand? And the person you are talking about is somebody that have handled that position by merit, and he handled it well. He served the country well. He have given his everything to the life, to the country. He served well. So you say they will just send him like that. It's not done. You have to follow the due process. You understand? They are citizens, and you are against you are even against the law of your own land, against of the law of the human rights, humanity, and you are against humanity. You committed genocide against the people. Then all these things are playing against Nigeria. So that's why their report or document, they may call it, is completely, you know, coming woefully, not even fair. They are woefully, nothing to write home about. And they are highly disappointed. They shouldn't be disappointed because they are the ones that disappointed themselves in the first place. They disappointed themselves in the first place for not submitting the concrete fact. And at the same time, you know, accusing somebody of something that he did not do, at the same time, withdrawing it. They have everything. The main thing, the major thing there is terrorism. You understand? The terrorism was the thing that attracted Finland, that makes them to be involved in the matter as it is now. But now you have withdrawn it. So which other document are you coming? And they themselves have released about 6 of Simon Ekpa men, which they arrested. And they have interrogated them. At the end of the day, they have freed them. You understand? No charges, no nothing. So how do you not expect them to hand them over? Because the people they have seen, they did everything with. They did not see any case charges against what they do. So that means they are following the law. And once you are going according to the law, not against the law, law will not be against you. What is the need of you being maltreated or intimidated for no just cause? It's not Nigeria, whereby people rights are being manipulated and oppressed, and there is not regarded. Imagine protests, the way they send police, send soldiers. You know, it's not done. It's against the UN law and it's against EU law. It is our own. It is a way whereby the citizens air their own point of view. You understand? Fight for their own right and demand for their own right too, what they want from the government. It's true protest. But this one in Nigeria, you cannot, if you protest, they will call you a terrorist. Imagine 9 years, 10 years, they say they want to hijack government. No, does this sound as a country that... A boy was sentenced to jail for stealing a chicken. But to those that are stealing billions, imagine a man stole 80 billion and he was asked to pay 500 million, and he paid and he became free. But ordinary chicken of how much was sentenced to prison. That is Nigeria we are in. Nigeria, my country.
Okay, so but people have come out and say that CDS Musa should not be doing the work of the AGF. That is Lahti Fagbemi job to what? To send concrete or evidence to Finland. What's your take on this?
Yes, now CDS Musa is doing it because the AGF didn't know his job. If AGF know his job, he should have known that it was his job to do, not CDS Musa. And that is why Musa left what he's supposed to be doing. He left his office and was running another person's office. And his office was slacking, was vacuum. And that's why you see Boko Haram murdering and massacring, wiping soldiers here and there. Look at what happened in Borno and other part of the country. You know, that's just it. Instead of him to concentrate on his office, he was busy pointing and accusing wrong person, following, pursuing shadow that is not going to be able to catch. Okay? So, and I am happy, although I was hearing that he has, yes, openly and publicly said it now, that he have actually seen the root of insecurity in Nigeria. And that root, he say, is the north, the north is from the north.
I not just talk. He's only talking about the northern part. He's not being inclusive of the southeast and the southwest.
Listen to me. The northerners are the one that caused the insecurity. You okay? Why did I say this? We have been together in this country for a very long time, up till now, even after the Civil War. Have you ever, even you, have you ever come to the stage where Nigeria is now before? Have you ever experienced the kind of experience we are having now? No, because the herdsmen are visiting villages, farms, destroying farm crops, farm produce, killing the owners, raping their women, kidnapping them, collecting ransom from them, and sleeping with their girls, molesting them. And if you say no, they will kill you and they will still rape you. See, all these things prompted to the insecurity in Nigeria.
Okay.
You understand? Likewise, in the north, they move to south. Have you ever seen the eastern people, Igbo man, go to north and pursue Hausa or pursue Fulani from their home and occupy? But why are they coming to east to do that and expect the easterners not to react? Why are they going to the west doing that and expect them not to react? Okay? You know, the Hausas that welcome these Fulanis are no longer having peace with them. There is a serious conflict between two of them now because the Hausas are seriously massacred in their land by these Fulanis. And their homes and their children, their family, their wife have been taken. Their land has been taken by these Fulanis. Then you say that it's not the root. They are the root. Yes, even as I'm talking to you, thank God, Makinde is still alive, the governor of Oyo State. He cried recently, 2-3 days ago, what the Fulani has come to do in their place. As I'm talking to you, that ISWAP, you understand, have come in Oyo State. And if they eventually establish, definitely Oyo has become you on your own. Through Oyo, you are your own.
They've come to stamp their feet in Oyo State.
One hand and no going back. You know the way they do, just the same way they capture Iran, they will do it. They will capture Oyo and nothing will happen. Because, and another mistake is this. If there is any eventuality that this man, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and in any eventuality, because of this ambition of 2027, he want to continue. I want to use this opportunity to tell him, if he make that mistake by accepting Sharia law and this is swab or whatsoever in any Yoruba land in order for him to rule 2027, hello, if you finish, Fulani will take over and una go suffer.
Okay. Okay, they will suffer. Okay, so at the same time, we've seen what is happening here in Nigeria, just like you said, the Fulani, ransacking, going to different regions in Nigeria and taking over their lands and dominating different regions in Nigeria. But do you not see this, the Finland, the Northern Europe, the global nation? Do you not see? Do you not think they are seeing what is happening? When even Australia government even advised their citizens not to go to come to Nigeria. What is your take?
Australia.
No, Australia.
Okay. Now listen to me. They are seeing, yes, those ones, the Europeans, the Australians are watching it. Australia is watching it. You understand? All the West Europe, the North, and whatsoever, every part of, not even only Europe, even beyond, Americans are watching it. They are seeing what they even know more than you. Because there are so many things that, due to the country we are in, which we are not permitted nor allowed to see. You understand? Which they themselves over there, they are seeing it. They are seeing it. So with this, that is why with this they are giving ear to Biafra, listening, and with this, time is coming when we meet up. When we meet up that standard, finish to settle it, you will see both EU will rise up to give us what we want. Yes, they are watching. They knows the Fulanis. They know that the Fulanis are the one troubling Nigeria. They know. Not that they don't know. They know. Excuse me. Do you think that he will just go to London to submit ordinary paper? There are some evidence which he took there. And which other learned ones? You understand? As I speak to you, one Yoruba man said that Yorubas today or yesterday have said it that 60 million Yorubas are tired of Nigeria. They are ready to quit Nigeria. As I speak to you.
60 million Yoruba.
Yes, he says 60 million Yorubas are ready to quit Nigeria. They are already fed up. They are tired.
Is that fact even right?
Yes, do your findings after this. One Yoruba man said it. Okay, so and these are the people that are jumping up for one Nigeria against Jonathan. Now they are tired. That is to tell you that actually this country is finished. This country is just standing on the shadow of the past glory. The shadow of what? Past glory. Nothing like one Nigeria again. It has truly expired. It has truly expired. And
Abia
that's
State
just
in
it.
southeast Nigeria. Abia State police said they were not aware of any dead, that the demonstration, a group of lawyers, is also reportedly preparing to file a complaint with the International Criminal Court, ICC, against the government for human rights violation against supporters of the secessional movement. This report is gotten from IB Times UK, reported has told pro-Biafran calling for independence that any form of self-determination, I beg your pardon, must be achieved in accordance with established international law. That was reported on Tuesday. Thousands of Nigerians across the country, southeast, have taken part in demonstration. Finally, EU has responded to Biafran independence. The EU response to call for Biafran independence. EU Foreign Policy Chief Federica Mogherini has arrived for Migration Summit in Brussels on November 29. Far back then, in 2015, I said that the call for Biafran independence must be handled in accordance with international law. The European Union Foreign Affairs Chief Federica Mogherini has told pro-Biafran calling for independence that any form of self-determination, I beg your pardon, must be achieved in accordance with established international law. That was reported on Tuesday. Thousands of Nigerians across the country, southeast, have taken part in demonstration. Some recent months demanding an independence referendum for the historic region of Biafra. Protesters also want the release of pro-Biafran activist Nnamdi Kanu, who has been detained by Nigerian authority since October 19, 2015. The president has rejected calls for Kanu's release, saying authorities are worried that the UK-based activists would jump bail. Mogherini addressed the issue in a written response to a letter from Jonathan Levy, the chief administrative officer of the Organization of Emerging African States, OEAS, a US-based body campaigning for an independence referendum on Biafra. In the letter, which was sent to Levy and seen by NED, the EU High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security, said that the EU has a long-standing manifested relationship with Nigeria and follow political development in West African nations closely. She added that protection of human rights and fundamental freedom remain a priority for the EU. Pro-Biafran protesters have complained of abuses during their marches, and 3 people were reportedly killed by security forces on Monday during a demonstration in Aba, Abia State in southeast Nigeria. Abia State police said they were not aware of any dead, that the demonstration, a group of lawyers, is also reportedly preparing to file a complaint with the International Criminal Court, ICC, against the government for human rights violation against supporters of the secessional movement. This report is gotten from IB Times UK reported. All right, guys. The Republic of Biafra was established 1967 by Nigerian military officer Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, sparkling a 3 years civil war with the military, in which more than 1 million people died, many due to hunger. The issue remained a life one in Nigeria. Former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo recently described call for Biafra independence as a cry for attention, motivated by a lack of socio-economic opportunity in the southeast Nigeria. They are aware of all this. Obasanjo was there in the war. Buhari was there. But Baba Tinubu was not there. He was in the MK Abiola's MKO camp. As at then, it was not that popular. But the Obasanjo was there in the war. Obasanjo, Buhari was also there. And the main person that was the head of state that time, that really made the war to be worse, Jagubu Gowon was the main man in charge. So looking at Ojugu was a senior officer controlling the east, and Gowon was there. And they had an agreement. And the agreement was breached. So Ojugu said, okay, let me take over my region and become the head. That's when Gowon too said, I'm a small boy to you, but I'll fight. Ojugu was an elderly person. Gowon was young, and he was the one in charge when they say, let's patronize the North, and they gave the power to Gowon. So, what's your own opinion about this? That's from the information gathered, information received. All right, guys, let me hear from you from the comment section if this EU intervention will really call for Biafran independence.